what's one prediction for the next year? Could be about insurance, underwriting, the threat actor, AI, one prediction. The second question is one myth. What's one myth about all this that exists and persists that you would like to lop off and get gone, if you will? And then when it comes to CISOs, one habit that CISOs or the people managing risk at any company should adopt over the next year. So I'll go back to the beginning. Do you have a prediction for the next year?
Got a slew of them. I would say prediction for the next year. We're at the time when the cyber insurance market needs to change in terms of right now, its pricing is going to need to change because losses are catching up with it. That's going to have a big impact on the small business owner to the corporate executive and what happens with their buying. Also, it's going to have an impact where we're going to see some movement of people around the insurance market. We're already seeing new brokerages being set up. We're seeing underwriters on the move. We're seeing underwriters becoming brokers and vice versa. It tends to happen when there's this moment of change coming. So I think that's good. And my prediction that extends to that is that I think we're finally at that moment when we're going to start to get to some validation of data and controls and that we won't let go of it, because I think that the cyber insurance market knows that in order for it to do its best job for its customers, it needs to stick by those requirements. So that's my prediction for this year in terms of macro level. Yeah.
One myth you'd like to see put to bed?
Ooh, the myth that I'd like to see put to bed is that I'm debating. There's all sorts of myths. I think it's probably maybe less of a myth and more of a misunderstanding, because there are those who say cyber insurance doesn't work, and I get into this argument all the time. And the answer to that is it doesn't work. And that what you would continue on to say is it doesn't work unless our expectations are aligned. And so there's some large corporate executives recently that told me, I don't really want to buy cyber insurance anymore. And I was like, oh. And they say, because I'm not convinced that it's actually going to pay out. And I said, well, what were your goals when you were buying it? When they told me, I said, well, for the way that you purchase it, no, it doesn't make sense anymore. So probably shouldn't. And my cyber insurance friends are going to be like, Max, what are you doing? We need to keep selling insurance and growing this market. On the other side of it, cyber insurance definitely works. It definitely pays out when your expectations are in the right place around what's covering for you for. And also, again, back to this information, when you're being straightforward with your underwriters about how you're running your business and what cybersecurity controls are in place and how resilient you are, it will all line up and it will pay and it will work. And that is the way of the future. It's coming.
So if you had the ear of every CISO or risk manager, what'd be one thing you think that they should take on or adopt, one habit, one perspective that they should adopt for the next year?
For every CISO, I'd encourage them I didn't know this until probably about a year ago. Every CISO, when they go into the boardroom or have to answer to executives in the organization, they are asked if we are secure according to our own standards or some third-party standards, and if the company is secure. And every CISO to a T has told me they never use the word yes to answer those questions because they can't. And what that means is that we're at a place in the world where we, in the moment, don't have confidence in our cyber resilience. And so what I would tell every CISO or risk manager is do everything possible to get yourself towards being able to say yes. And I can tell you that part of what we're doing at Spektrum is contributing to that. And part of what others are doing and the security providers are contributing to that. And the insurance marketplace, that's part of it. Is part of being resilient is knowing that you're going to have the financial wherewithal to recover from something. So that's what I would encourage the CISOs. I wouldn't give up on being able to answer yes at some point. And it's hard for me to hear that most of the time they're saying, I don't know, or it depends.